Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and you're watching The Roman Show.
All right, Rodolfo Roman of The Roman Show, and what an honor it is to have Mr. Brutus the Barber Beefcake. And Brutus, before we start this interview, we have an important news to tell right now. What's going on?
Last night, I was fortunate enough to talk this young lady into marrying me, and here she is. Let me bring her in.
And what's her name?
This is Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
And she consented to be my wife, and so last night this is Mrs. and Mrs. Leslie, Mrs. Beefcake, and so I just wanted to throw that in there real quick.
Well, congratulations. Enjoy. And how does it feel to marry to a wrestler?
You know what? I met him when I was 17 years old. Huge Brutus Beefcake fan, so it's
In
like
Boston Gardens.
a lifelong dream.
How cool is that? And now,
Living the dream.
and now, did you get married here in Miami?
In Tampa. Yeah, it's Clearwater.
So is this kind of like your honeymoon?
Yeah.
Yes,
this
in
is our
Miami.
honeymoon. It actually is. Here we
Where
are
else but at a Milan
in
skate?
Miami.
Awesome. Well, thank you so very much, and again, congratulations. Enjoy it. Well, Brutus, let's talk about you. You wrestled several times here in Miami. What are some of the memories that first comes to mind?
Oh, geez, the Night Center, everything in Miami Beach, in Fort Lauderdale, Miami has been a mainstay of in the old days in WWE in the 80s and 90s, and Miami was one of our greatest cities to wrestle in, and one of our best towns, and we had huge crowds here, and it's been one of the best places that my experiences in my life, because I was born and raised in Tampa, Florida. So I'm a Florida boy, and then a lot of people don't understand what that's about. But I'm a born and raised Florida boy, and then you know what, I appreciate and love this state and the people here, and it's a great state, and there's so much excitement. There's so much here to offer, and we, as Florida, we have a lot to offer here, and I just want everybody to know what a great place this is to live, because I love it. I've lived in 30 states, believe it or not. I've been wrestling 37 years. I've lived in 30 states. I'm telling you, bar none, Florida is the best place I've ever lived, and I will never leave Florida.
Well, Brutus, let's talk about you, because you had other characters, other personalities, one of them being the Zodiac. And I remember exactly when we said the James L. Knight Center, you came here for Monday Night Nitro. You came as the Zodiac. Was that a particular fan favorite of yours, or has it always been Brutus the Barber Beefcake? When they told you you're going to be the Zodiac, were you kind of, gosh, I have to do this?
Well, when I was with WCW, there were some trademark issues with my name, Brutus Beefcake. I own the name Brutus Beefcake now. Back in those days, there was issues, so they had to get a little creative. The Zodiac, the Butcher, the Booty Man, the Disciple, all names that I was flexible. I was able to adapt, overcome, like the Marine Corps. Adapt, overcome, improvise, adapt, overcome. That was my what I lived by, my credo. And I had to think, but I'm always Brutus Beefcake. Right now, to this day, I'm Brutus Beefcake, and I always will be Brutus Beefcake. And everybody will always remember me most as Brutus Beefcake.
Beefcake, you're Hulk Hogan's, one of Hulk Hogan's best friends. It's a great relationship. I got to ask you, how have you managed to maintain that, knowing that the wrestling business, how it is, sometimes it's a little weird, but you've been managed to have a lovely relationship with Hulk Hogan? Well,
we grew up in the same neighborhood. We grew up together and traveled and started in the business together and been friends through all these years and through multiple wives and families and this and that and all points in between. And at the end of the day, I'm sure we're always going to be friends throughout our lifetimes. And I'm just grateful.
Has there ever been any setbacks, any hardships between you guys, and how do you guys manage to fix it?
Well, it hasn't been really that much. Really, we've always been friends, and I'm sure we always will be friends. That's not a question.
Well, Brutus, you look in phenomenal shape. What is the secret?
Just 5 days a week in the gym, brother. 57 years old.
I gotta get the secret for that, Brutus.
Fountain of youth, baby. I am a machine. I work out 5-6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week.
Wow. Yoga? You be DDP yoga?
No. No yoga, baby. No yoga here. You look at him, the guy's this big around, all right? He's a twig, okay? It works for twigs, doesn't work for the big, mighty oak, okay? I am the oak tree. I'm not the twig.
Now, I got to ask you, current wrestling right now, any fan favorites that you have? And if you were to go out to maybe like the WWE, any guy that you would particularly like to wrestle?
Brother, you know what? If they would take me back, and I'm hoping someday, we're trying to. I got people working as we speak to get me in the Hall of Fame, which I think is a bit overdue. You know, I don't turn down any challenges. I'll wrestle The Rock. I wrestled The Rock's father in 1980. Okay, brother? Think about that. That was 33 years ago. The Rock's father I wrestled and beat him.
You're like The Rock now,
So
his son.
The Rock was a baby. You know, so I'm not afraid to wrestle anybody, anywhere, anytime on this planet or any other planet, as a matter of fact. So I'm just here. I'm just happy to be here, happy to be alive, happy to be healthy and part of the wrestling business, and we just want to have a good time.
Okay, thank you so very much. Again, congratulations on your marriage. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.